Alright guys, it's time to talk about COTI on the channel for the first time since April the 30th. That is this candle right here, guys. And on that day it got a rejection, although in May it did actually get above this line for a little bit, but it couldn't hold it as support very long. Now, it is actually getting a rejection again today. You can see this area that I highlighted right here with this circle. And again, we can't really get excited until it crosses this resistance right here, guys. Now, it's hit this resistance many times along the way since about end of January here, where this resistance really begins. And yeah, we are also facing this 0.42 resistance as well. So yeah, once it crosses about, let's say 4.6 cents and closes a daily candle, maybe a weekly candle would be a little bit better, just because we do have this fake out right here. Would make it a little bit more sure. But again, a daily candle would be a start, I would say, but a weekly candle would be better. But we do need to cross this resistance. That is the most important thing, guys. And until it does that, it could still well continue down. Now, when it comes to the volume profile here, you can see that we are just about 1 penny below the point of control here. And it's not much below it, but still it has a lot of work. Now, once we get above about 6.6 cents right here, we can stair step our way up, and it'll get a little bit easier to go up here because you won't have people, selling basically break even or slightly at a loss and things like this. But yeah, it's going to get a little bit easier after 6.6 cents. Now, the monthly Bollinger Bands are coming down pretty heavily here on the top side, just sloping up here on the bottom side, but not really pinching. Nothing like we saw back in December of 23 and January of 24, guys. But yeah, maybe in the next few months that could come together and be almost as wide as it was at that point. Now, on the weekly time frame, it is quite narrow. Look at that, guys. That is very narrow. For a long time, it was quite wide. So maybe this is helping a little bit, but right now looks like these two lines are kind of moving away from one another. Now, on the daily time frame, it does have some narrowness. Maybe it kind of pinched here, guys, but we got a little bit of a pullback here, so it resulted in downward action. But basically, I would say that the Bollinger Bands are not really helping too much just yet. Now, looking at the RSI and Stochastic here, it is very heavily oversold here on Stochastic. Blue line has just crossed the red line to the upside, so that's good news, guys. RSI is also pointed up now finally as well. Now, if we look at the weekly time frame, just getting out of this oversold territory, and basically the RSI also pointed very heavily up, so it looks good there. Daily time frame, just getting into this overbought territory, unfortunately. RSI hasn't reached that overbought territory just yet, but probably will do so soon. So we kind of have a mixed signal there. So it's not the best, but the 4-hour time frame, RSI is coming down, but it's maybe under the line here, maybe in neutral territory, but it is coming down. So the Stochastic is moving opposite direction upwards pretty heavily. Hasn't reached the overbought territory just yet. But again, it's a mixed signal. Now, the 1-hour time frame coming down pretty heavily on Stochastic. Now, the RSI is kind of getting a bounce right here and staying in the overbought range. So not good on the 1-hour time frame, I would say. 15-minute time frame actually looks pretty good right now. Blue line has just crossed the red line to the upside, although this RSI is kind of sloping down slightly. Maybe it's kind of wiggling here. It's a little bit flat now. So yeah, it's okay, I would say. Longer term time frames look better though, and that's really what we're more concerned with on this channel. So let's just put this on a 4-hour time frame and get rid of these Bollinger Bands here. And basically, I would say, guys, I hope it can bust through about 4.5 or 4.6 cents here. But probably these lower term time frames, they just kind of need to be reset. And yeah, we do need probably a few 4-hour candles here, and then probably it will make that next push once, it resets really some of these lower term time frames. Now, one more indicator to consider is the MACD, guys. And look at this. The blue line is below the red line at the moment, but it does look like on the monthly time frame, probably about to start curving around. And guys, if I zoom in here, you can see it does have a light red candle at the moment. That's a good signal that this is probably fading, this red period here. So let's go to the weekly time frame. If we look at this, it also is kind of fading here as you see this light red and small candle. Blue line is just touching this red line at the moment, just about to cross it. So maybe in the next weekly candle we will get that cross. And the daily time frame also moving up, just crossed the red line to the upside, has dark green candles. So in my my opinion, guys, the momentum is to the upside here with COTI. And like I said, it just probably needs a reset a little bit, with those lower term time frames. Probably a few 4-hour candles will be here sideways really, and then it'll probably make that next push. Now, unfortunately, COTI has fallen to the number 468 project on the list, guys. Kind of amazing because, a couple years ago, I mean, this was way higher. Anyways, it's up about 21.5% right now at the moment. You can see my average cost here. I'm not really worried about it, guys, so much because, 9-cent COTI is still pretty good in my opinion. Max supply is 4.9 billion. Circulating is about 2.5 billion. So that is good. That's actually pretty low, max supply and circulating. So yeah, it will, probably fly way past 9 cents in my opinion. All-time high was about 4 years ago. I remember this time, guys, and it was pushing 70 cents, and everybody was waiting for it to break 70 cents, and there was a lot of hype, but then we got the bear market, guys. So anyways, it is about 94% down, and if you bought it about 6 years ago, you bought it at 0.005 cents, so you're still up 644% at the moment, so that's pretty good. I do believe this is a very good project. There is a lot of other influencers that are really, really excited about this project, we can say. I usually get a lot of views on these videos too, guys, when I do COTI. And I was doing COTI for many months, at least one COTI video a month. And they all got pretty good, amount of views usually. So there is a following behind COTI. It's maybe something like ADA or Tron or something like this, XRP, guys. And, I can see there's a lot of excitement in this project, and that's a good thing. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. I have partnerships with Bybit, MEXC, BingX, Bitrue, WeX, and CoinEx. Also, if you're looking for Moodix, guys, you can get a free 7-day trial here. And if you're looking for a safe cold wallet, you can get CypherRock's X1. I've just been told last week that they're going to start airdropping within this wallet, but it is first come, first serve. So you can get 17% off if you use this link today, guys. And what better thing than to have a wallet that pays you? So anyways, you'll probably eventually make your money back once you buy this cold wallet from them. And you do have to use this link and be, one of the first people to grab this wallet before it's sold out, guys. Now, you can also follow me on X here. Now, since I made a post about Bitcoin on YouTube this morning, guys, I pointed out the fact that we were sitting at about $102,000, and we have surged almost $3,000 since then. So that's actually a good thing, but we do have a little bit of a gap to the downside probably. So there's still several hours before the candle closes tonight, and the CME will start trading. So right now that is at 104.030. So if CME opens at the same price, let's just say it does, there's going to be about a $700 or $800 gap to the downside, unfortunately. Now, the best news I can bring you today, guys, is look at this candle right here. It is actually making its way back into the channel. Now, this is the daily time frame. Let's put this on a weekly time frame. And let me expand this just a little bit. So, we are still within this channel on a weekly time frame. And that's what I've been saying all week, guys. If we can maintain this channel, that means we are not in a bear market. Although it is not very good to be sitting at $3,600, we do need to be above this purple box. Remember, this purple box is very vital. this is where the last runs, if we go back in history, you can see we got rejected here in this box, rejection in the box, rejection in the box, in the box, in the box. So we only had one other time before this run where it made it higher than this box. So this box is very significant, and I do believe if we do not reclaim this box and get over about $4,100, in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, then we might be in for a bear market, guys. Now, as for the total market cap, it is struggling a little bit because it does need to get to about 3.5 trillion to get back within this channel. Let's see if it does that tonight. So it is trying very hard at 3.49 at the moment. If we go to the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, it has actually made it back within the channel. So this is good news, guys. And basically, let's see if it can hold it and, continue again to the upside. Now, another piece of good news, guys, is we do have a second day of rejection here under this trend line. And this trend line goes back to September the 13th, guys. And that's what I said we needed all along. So we needed to get back under this trend line. We did actually on the 29th of October, but it reclaimed it very quickly. But we do have a little bit different circumstances here. Now, basically, it broke down. It didn't get that candle straight back up. Also, it has 2 rejections here on this trend line. So this is very, very good news. As for the USDT dominance, it is coming down a little bit. We are looking at this on a weekly time frame. You can see it's hit about almost 4 resistances basically and gotten a rejection. Now let's look at the daily time frame. It is coming down pretty heavily today, so this is a good sign, breaking below 5.3%. And yeah, if it can actually stay under this 5.3%, that's a good sign. I don't think we're going to make our way down to 5.11% or 5.04%. So we are probably going to lose those two on a weekly time frame. We will have to make our way back down through those because those will actually become support tonight when the weekly candle is sealed. Now, earlier today, the altcoin season index was at a 39, has come back up to a 41, so that's good news. Now, if we take a look at the liquidation heat map, only about $265 million have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. So this is starting to come down gradually. Fear and greed, 22 today. It is coming up, still in extreme fear. Yesterday was a 20. Next update in about 2 hours and 12 minutes. Bull market peak indicators, still 0 from 30 have been hit, guys. And we're only at about 48% progress here. So it's still 100% hold. The Pi cycle top indicator is now back under 50%. So if you want to see what under 50% looks like, this is what that looks like, guys. As for the economic calendar tomorrow, there's really nothing going on, so you don't have anything to really worry about. If we look at Moodyx, the sentiment on Friday was very good. We had 0.35 points. Everything across the board is green. Sentiment is still risk on. The trend is growing, so this is very nice. Let's see if this continues tomorrow. Now, FedWatch Tools is showing about a 2/3 chance that we're going to get that quarter point cut. And it a little bit differs here on Polymarket. It actually is a little bit more positive for the 25 basis point decrease. There is also a little bit more positivity than FedWatch Tools, as we have a 2% chance that we're going to get a 50 basis point cut. And yeah, it looks like this has almost been eliminated here because nobody believes we're going to get an increase. Trueflation is showing a 2.23% inflation rate. If we look at crypto bubbles, guys, looks great across the board here. Almost everything is in the green. ICP is down though. That's interesting. But anyways, TIA also is a little bit down, but pretty much I would say 95% of these are green. Now, if you go to CoinOndo, you can check out the staking for COTI, but there's only one result here in Binance, guys. I'm sure there's another place that you can stake your COTI, but this doesn't have every exchange. So unfortunately, there's only one here. But that's actually not bad, 5.5%. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends. Like I said, please check out some of those exchange partnerships that I have below. If you're looking for a new exchange, maybe one of these has better staking than another that you're using, for example, and really helps me when you use my links because I do get commission, guys. but it's very small unless you're trading hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars or something. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate it. And guys, I will see you in the next video.